OTR.
So I wanted to do the Giants Bengals overview. Well, Jeff, you didn't do a preview. Well, quite frankly, I hate doing previews because, to be honest, if you're going to do a preview, you should be able to talk about who's going to start. You have no idea. So these previews really don't work out because you really can't talk about what's going to happen because you have no idea who's going to start till the day of. At least in the regular season, you have a better idea because at least there's an injury report to go off of and whatnot. So I hate doing previews. That's why I haven't done for the Giants, Bears, and Cincinnati Bengals, and I won't do one for the Patriots. But I will do next week a video I think would be cool just to do, bold predictions for the season for a couple players here and there. And then another one I want to do is a 53-man roster, but I really would like to work with another YouTuber on this. So if anybody's thinking about doing a 53-man roster and discussing it and talking about it, let me know if you are a Giants YouTuber. I know me and Jay-Zach talked about it, but I haven't heard anything. And if Jay-Zach, if you are listening, go ahead and DM me. Unless somebody else wants to beat you to the punch. Moving on. Let's talk about the defense. I liked what I saw out of Corey Ballentine. This kid has impressed me the entire offseason and during camp, and he continues to improve. Yes, he did get beat on a play down the sidelines to the tight end there. What's his face? 87. I can't think of his name. And there was a miscommunication between him and Peppers. But for the most part, he got in there at pass breakups. I believe he had 5 solo tackles and 1 tackle for loss. This kid's willing to put his head in there. The kid is a grinder. I like what I see out of him. And looks like so far steal in the 6th round, but obviously we won't know for at least 2 to 3 years because that's what it takes to really for a player to prove it to you. Moving on, I like what I saw out of O'Shane Ximenez. Obviously, you had the 2 sacks last night, one on a speed rush, and then the other one was caused from a blitz from Nate Stupar, and O'Shane was able to sack the quarterback. But other than that, I did like the aggressiveness from the defense, but guys were over pursuing or taking bad angles. You saw the bad angle with Antoine Bethea on one first down, and then the other one where Tay Davis had the running back dead to rights in the backfield and just missed the tackle. It was a very sloppy game for the most part last night. On defense, missed tackles and giving up plays they shouldn't have. But for the most part, the defense, I think, played better than the offense, even though the offense did have standouts in it. So moving on to the offense, obviously everybody wants to talk about the quarterback, but not the quarterbacks you would think initially. There's obviously a competition for the third quarterback. I think the Giants are going to keep 3 quarterbacks. If I'm doing a 53-man roster with another person, I'm telling you right now, I'm advocating for 3 quarterbacks, and I think that's what the Giants are going to keep. So obviously, we know Eli is going to be one. Daniel's going to be the other. The competition is between Tanny and Laletta. And right now, I wasn't high on Laletta start of OTAs and camp, but now Laletta has looked like he has been playing better and better and better, and Tanny has looked worse and worse and worse. Tanny was 2 for 6 last night for 41 yards and just had some really bad misses, especially the one down the sideline for Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton would still be running now if Tanny could actually throw the ball deep. But unfortunately, Kyle Laletta has been playing better and right now deserves the job. I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Laletta, because I think Daniel Jones will play at least a quarter against the Patriots, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Laletta plays the second and third quarter and then, Tanny gets the scraps against the Patriots. That remains to be seen, but that's just my early prediction on that. Now, getting on to Daniel Jones and Eli Manning. Again, I've stressed this the entire offseason. I know people like to see, the effort from Eli going out there, willing to cut off the safety and run him, keep him from getting Gallman, which I think Gallman should have been gone on that, but caught from behind. But, you could tell that there's urgency from Eli Manning, which I like to see. The problem is he's not going downfield enough for me. And granted, the times he did go down a little bit downfield last night, which I consider the one to the end zone more of an intermediate pass than a deep pass, was obviously dropped by Latimer, which Latimer and Benny Fowler didn't have the best games last night. They were very inconsistent, both of them. Benny Fowler had that big whoops on the first down play where he had the first down and then ran backwards and didn't get it. And then Latimer had the dropsies last night. These guys need to stay consistent, especially for the start of the season. We need we need him until, week 5. Because obviously Golden Tate's going to be suspended. Yes, you're going to have Sterling Shepard. Yes, you're going to have Evan Ingram, which, touching on Evan Ingram, solid play by him. He only had that one series. I wanted to see more of him, but obviously the Giants want to protect Evan Ingram and want to protect Saquon Barkley. Now, touching on Daniel Jones. I like the ability to have a negative play, like a sack fumble, even though it was recovered, take a big hit, and then still be able to make a play. That is a positive thing out of quarterback. And the other thing is, a lot of people say, oh, it's only preseason. It's only preseason. Yes, it is only preseason. You are correct in that thought. But preseason, you can determine if this guy is going to be a starter, a decent starter, or what. Because if a guy is performing well against second and third stringers, you know that he's starting caliber if he's dominating those. And that's what Daniel Jones has done. Yet people still want to hate on this guy for whatever reason. And I'm high on Daniel. And my leash with Eli Manning is going to be very short. Because I'm eager to see the future. I want to see the future. Because the future is going to determine a ton for this team. And the more reps Daniel Jones gets this year, the better we are off next year. The only excuse we have is if we come out like gangbusters and show that we are a playoff caliber team. But I'm going to pump the brakes on that talk real quick because, obviously I expect the Giants to be about 7-9, 8-8, 6-10, right around there, which is not good enough to make the playoffs. But either way, it's been one giant rebuttal. Please like and subscribe and go Big Blue.